remember you mentioning that before. What do you mean by dual layer?
It's like I hit the start... Maybe it's just the way I have it set up, but I hit the start streaming button, and I go to, like, the... YouTube has this, like, live control things, you know, for keeping an eye on your stream, making sure everything's going smoothly. And then I have to hit go live to actually go live. Because prior to that, all it does is just give me, like, here's what it looks like right now, kind of thing. And it's thrown me off enough to the point that I've had to, like, re-upload VODs off of Twitch. Which kind of makes me glad that I'm doing the whole multi-streaming thing. Anywho, that's... Aloha and welcome back to Endwalker. I'm Sam.
Yep.
Alright. Last time, we took out the tower and freed the elephant people.
Yep.
And also got turned into frogs.
Yep. Yes.
And oh
toads,
boy...
actually.
Toads. Amphibians. Actually, no, toads aren't amphibians. I don't know what the fuck they are. Anyway, not the point.
Got expelled for being able to investigate the forum's activities because, well, Raha made a big oops.
Yeah, they pretty much just, like, caught us directed to this forum and told us, stop it. And we're just like, fine. Now we're about to follow up on that, I believe. Level 82, sound the bell, school's in. I'll tell you what.
Quest description.
Getting a refresh.
Carl and Grahatia were having a pleasant conversation until you barged in.
I was about to make my way to the studio as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholar Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in the roster. I misspelled that name badly. It turned out he'd come here to see us following the hearing, and we'd find that we'd already departed for Thavner. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Yashtil and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Yes, ma'am. Then it's settled. Toons will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to Phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be for the best. The others should return. Tell them it will not be long. Ah, right. Alphino got his dad's old sage gear.
Yep.
And Alishade got a snazzy new outfit. Speaking of which, hi. Father can master these fiendish contraptions, and so can I. Getting his practice in. Hello, Alishade. Heading out for a stroll? We're gonna go see Skolak Monteshane, actually. Skolak himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him. Though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studio, I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino of all people worrying over his reputation. And it's our alma mater, no less. The wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go! You know, it occurs to me that I should probably update my art now that I am no longer bun. And I am instead potato.
Yeah, you decided to go from bun to potato.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
for one project I'm gonna be editing soon-ish. Like I want to get art commissioned of me and friends I'm playing with as our characters. It's just the character I am. Like the artist I was thinking of, they're still mainly active on Twitter, which I don't really use anymore, so that's fun.
I was just thinking of a meme I think Opie posted the other day where it's like, one of my potatoes hatched, and it's a bunch of potatoes, and in the middle of them is a rabbit. But it's very similarly colored. It's cute. Hello, Cryle. A gag. Have it on? Yes, I do. Okay. Oh yeah, in terms of editing, since we're bringing it up, tomorrow is the last episode of Stormblood. So next week, Shadowbringers will be going out.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the studium, it was established to promote the study of ethereological phenomena, hence the name. Though with ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life, and even the universe itself. Then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete, and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. Long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in etherology. In etherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields. Standing proud as Charlian's foremost educational institute. He's given that speech before. I always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with highest honors in magical arts and etherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Alphino Levier, master debater. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? From where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. I'm certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. Okay, I was making a reference.
Was the person you say were too in the localization?
I was making a reference to his...
Just timing, nothing but more.
I can see the future! Yeah, I was making a reference to Alphino's original English voice actor, Sam Riegel, who on Critical Role has done a bit describing himself as, quote, a master debater. It's a funny bit. Look it up at some point. In what respect have I ever been in his shadow? Nothing else. Just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levior began. Should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration the student body has for Alphino. With a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for Skolok Monteshane. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him.
One thing I'm curious about is if the reason he picked up drawing is going to come up.
Perhaps. That was Alphino Levier, wasn't it? The Alphino Levier! And she was his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. It can only mean one thing. An event of epic-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word!
Oh god.
Oh, sorry, you said you were looking for the Skolok, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Eliapo should have a better idea. I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Skolok has concluded.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, he's got some support behind him. Meanwhile... Ah, yes. I believe this is where we start unlocking the, Crafter Gatherer quest for this expansion.
Ah.
Hello. Boop. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What's the most important thing you'll find in the studio? That's right, books. What's the second most important? Oh, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we do in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa this, tongue of Gigantode that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Skylark's whereabouts. I beg your pudding. You're not a gleaner? Then this was all an elaborate ruse? No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake.
I think your pudding is a new one.
He was here, but now he's not. Did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. Said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in, and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screens. In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Skylark has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Right, if you do decide... So a lot of job-related things have been rendered optional as of Endwalker, but if you do... This is more like just a general to the audience as well as you guys think. Although Red's probably already done these. If you do the quests here, or just like choose to do some of them, the ones I would recommend you do, the minor botanist quests first. Well, not first, but like as a one choice. The culinarian and alchemist quest is another good one that has an interesting bit of lore behind it. And the I believe it's weaver, leatherworker, and carpentry ones. And they've kind of condensed those into singular side quest lines as well, unfortunately. Which, while understandable for the combat quests, for the crafting and gathering stuff, it's a bit of a pain. Because, like, you get experience for one, but you still need it for the others. Yes, the Skylark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. We parted ways, he was down the corridor, perhaps for one of the auditoriums.
Alright.
There he is. Also, Red's got the right idea.
Yep.
And boop. Oh, that's a neat shot. Oh, God.
Potato and bubble.
Yeah. God, I would need a stuffed stool to get anything done in here. Hello, Monteshane.
Ah, I remember you.
Voice acting.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Yep. I just got out of that cutscene. I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat. We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three
as
forms.
they're walking away.
Two of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third? Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The seventh Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form.
The life stream.
Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
That is why they can't just tell us. A capital idea. Well, that's given me much to mull over. As though we're one step closer to understanding the forum's true motives. Mysteries of life itself, for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. The feeling his friendship and support would be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the attics. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Key Aliapo, as Skolik suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Sitting here thinking about that whole the soul and the memories are intrinsically linked thing, because that kind of connects to something else that I can't go into detail about.
Yeah, I kind of figured that kind of lore would come to play later.
What is absolutely going to come up later? Hi, Graha. Welcome back. Might I hear your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from my fellow Scions. As expected, news of the Warden Scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Friends have asked what that would bring the Scales in opposition to Limsa Laminsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's really to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilgrund. Start by getting the Scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? I have to wonder how many Scales are in there. Didn't realize these crates were so heavy. Shouldn't complain, though. Free turn the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these Scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Laminsa! Hooray!
Damn, poor Carl effectively on house arrest.
Yeah.
And use return, because yay for that being an option.
I would, except I made my return spot Charlian. actually love raid.
Oh, Limsa low times, I did not miss you. Alright.
See if I can grab something off the market board quick. No, not the general purpose. Pro light. That's what I want. Sweet. Alright. On me? No, I don't. Okay. Grab that before we head out. You may or may not be aware, the Admiral is at present entertaining the other seats here in the Sultana. She's the most powerful women in the world in one room. A moment to prepare, shall I show you to them? Proceed? Yes.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, okay. I misread where the quest marker was on that map. God damn it. Ah, fuck.
Ah, shit.
It has been a while since I've been here.
Yep. You need a minute?
Where's it in the lower decks? Hold up. Oh, it's over there.
Yeah, lower
Of
decks.
course it was
is
actually
the
back-
area with the ether things.
Yeah, no, of course it was actually near the Aetheryte Plaza in the first place. God damn it. Alright, back to the lower decks.
Alright, so while I get caught up, I'm actually going to use the bathroom quick.
Alright. Alright, here we go.
And a big.
Alright, yep, and I am in the cutscene.
Alright. My apologies for calling you away from Charlotte at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. 'Twas only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we've taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn that we are all in accord. Might I ask what your plan entails? You know, I'm flashing back to A Realm Reborn and the last time these three just got together to discuss things privately.
I'm trying to remember what that matter was about.
It was about Nanamo stepping down as Sultana.
Ah.
And, well, the discussion itself ended fine. Things did not go well after that.
Yeah.
Hinges entirely on the Warning Seals and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of Kobold, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Razathan has given us cause to hope once more. Time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telophoroi at bay, we will dispatch our funds to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. Hi, Randy. I think such progress had been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. First is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempted. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telophoroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, but that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality. For without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Urianger observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we'd failed to make any headway, though the same can be said of the Telophoroi. There's certainly no rush to press further into our lands. I wager the spies' primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Ystola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. I want you and your scales to join the Ilsabard contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Shola, Thancred, and Urianger have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. They know us well. Once you have delivered the warning seals to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabard. Rauban and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return.
And Rabon and Amberk in the same location are ripped to those enemies.
Striking at the heart. Before we head over there, I want to grab a couple things. We are about to get into the bulk of what this video is going to, or what this stream is going to be about.
Oh boy. Oh, while you're grabbing stuff, off to Alamigo.
Yeah. music is loud. Alright. We have turned down the music a smidge. Ooh. Well, they're not dieable, though, is the problem.
There's Rabon. And a bunch of other characters. Hello.
Alright. Oh, right. I want to grab an other thing.
Oh god, yeah, Graha hasn't been there before. Oh no. Oh boy.
Grab my blue dice. Gray. Case. Okay. Off to El Amigo. What?
Oh my god, Amaric.
Oh. Why am I trying to fix
Talk to Amaric real quick.
Alright. Hi, Emmerich. Just our mutual friend selling into life as a society. Oh. Collaboration never was his forte. When the fighting ended, off he'd go, like a gala cat swept up in a strong breeze. He'll always be there when you need him, probably.
I'll see what the Simian.
Yep.
For when you get to him.
Yeah, give me a second. There we go. Emmerich asks after me, say I'm getting on fine and leave it at that. Would you dare breathe a word about the court?
Which I assume that's the court he overpaid out the ass for.
Yeah. Hello, Rabon. Ha boop. Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down our tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warning heroes of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Amric be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. Dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there's a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabad contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Guardians has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather fight by your side charging into the fray. Alas, I have my own battles to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Amric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabad, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Hi, Gaius. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Werber. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I've shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telophorei have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabad contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Were I branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. We will deliver your people from harm in your stead. For what it's worth, you have my gratitude. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it.
For me, I said I doubt they'd be happy for the champion of Azores to show up, with his response being, a fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognize you on sight alone.
Fair. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? Might even bump into an old acquaintance or two. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you. All of you.
Gaius did raise a legitimate point that, yeah, he still stands accused of murder because of the unfortunate timing of when the backup arrived.
Yeah.
I mean, not just murder, regicide.
Yeah. He's, not exactly welcome there right now.
Yeah, no, he's not in the best position.
The other members of the Ilsabad contingent are gathered in the Royal Palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please, make your way inside as soon as you are ready. Hi, Canther. Boom, headshot. Alright. Hello, Mr. Resistance Guard. Seems most of the Ilsabad contingent will be within. To enter, yes. Ha. Boop.
Yep. And it is time.
By the 12.
Voice acting. Let's go. Going good. We're finally setting off for Garlemald.
Yep.
After this whole spiel.
After loading screens.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts
Oh, that's
of
a
the
lot of
Ilsabad
people.
contingent.
That is, in fact, a lot of people.
Indeed.
Many of them we know.
Which is why I am glad to find myself
Yep,
in the
I see
company of
Luis.
many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia!
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more.
Hi, Lucia. Been a
I
while.
have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention. Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must. I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Anyway, the Admiral asked Captain Hilfier to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughingstock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the Avatar of Destruction. With comrades like these,
oh
I
god,
know
we've
we'll
heard about the
succeed, no matter
Matoya
what
thing.
awaits
Oh no.
us.
Then?
And then
Also,
we
they're
might
like
finally get a chance to
waving
enjoy a
in
good
their
long
crop
rest.
sweat.
But until then, let's give it our all.
That look
As for
that
Ishgard, we Temple Knights
you
have
stole
come in
just give
force
banquet
to
in
uphold our nation's
Urianger.
commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies.
Urianger just kind of shield himself
Bitter
behind his
cold
cards
of
like,
Garlemald is a
if I do not
formidable
perceive,
enemy
she will
in
not
of
perceive me.
itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
He would phrase it that way.
Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabad contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine! Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Your graceful prancing, see our way to victory.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale on a
meddling the same as ever.
Yep.
I believe that concludes introductions to the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Who could that be?
Forgive us for coming late.
Oh, please.
We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
Yes!
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands.
The fun part is I just recently ended up rewatching the little sun moment.
But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy! Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group.
Sadu's still the same as ever.
Yep.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Werlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations.
Right.
Once we depart, there is no turning back.
It's wild how we've only done one dungeon in this expansion and we're already at this kind of point in the story.
I know, right? And yeah. This is the point where if you've been doing basically everything, this is where it all feels like it starts paying off. Because you got guys from the Bard quests, you have Alkazoka from the Scholar quests, you got the Thaumaturge Guild, Pugilist Guild.
Yeah, I thought I recognized. I thought I recognized the Scholar quest guy.
Yep. You got a Rune Senna, one of the White Mages. Just everybody's here, including the Machinists. Thought this is such a cool moment.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, Mistola? Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalza and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climate of Ilsabard. It would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. I mean, we probably could have grabbed at least a few Ixal. They've been camped out in Kurthus for God knows how long. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warning scales to our comrades. Care to do the honors? So many people. Aye, Cyrena. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Alright. It's been a while since I've read off some flavor text. These enchanted talismans, or should that be talismen, will probably require considerably less time and effort to produce if the alchemists of the Great Work were not so preoccupied with making them look pretty. Oh, the talismans! We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. And before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, like much of Althard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. We of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Hi, Arun. Yes? So these are the famed boarding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful for this opportunity to visit distant lands. I wish to follow in the footsteps of Master Atoa and learn all there is to learn of the star we call home. Indeed, that's the primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition. To journey outside the Twelveswood, much less enter into Imperial territory, is a rare privilege afforded a Pajal. Not that I'm tagging along to see the sights. The Garleans would benefit from my healing magics, as would our comrades should the fighting break out.
Real quick, talk to a Manalang.
Where is he? There he is. Great number of social gatherings will turn out to be out of dress for the occasion. Perhaps opportunity to mingle with the other guests. Ladies over here. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't much like the look of that fellow with the enormous axe.
I'm pretty sure if he so much as locked eyes with Sadu, he would be dead.
Yeah. Hey, Emmanuel, pro tip. The big guy with the axe, he likes being called Little Son. Have fun. I hear you got something for us. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Could be worth a gill or two when it's all over, but we'll hold on to it for now. One more thing. Know what you think. You're all thinking, why didn't they send Einzar instead? I'll get to find out. All the Admiral and Captain Hillfield told me was they need someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Well, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the sodden snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Hi, Leith. That's a set of warning scales, I spy. Not that I would know what they'd look like. Here we go. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better to fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about. It just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? Never so not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Hey, Pippin, how's it going? Got through. Come hells or high water.
Once you're outside that room, talk to Graha. He has his priorities are interesting.
Keep a close eye on him. My teeth will come the stuff of legends.
To find out the only quest giver for me in that room was the scholar guy. I'm surprised I didn't see more. Like, you know, Alistair's effectively the Red Mage rep, but it would have been nice to see that guy show up. But, like, either the guy who taught me how to Red Mage or the fellow Red Mage student of mine. That would have been nice to see either of them.
It would have been nice. Oh yeah, we have the Dragoon guy here too.
Yeah, and of course with Dark Knight, I only just started the part of the quest line that is basically Act 2, so...
Yeah. Hello, Albrecht.
Yeah, honestly, it would be funny, just like, alright, here's a bunch of the people you go through your quest. Also, Frey is here. Why? Don't question it. For those who know Dark Knight, you know. If you don't know Dark Knight, play Dark Knight.
Yes. Alright. Enough stalling. Here we go, Lucia. Ordering scales for the Ishgardian delegation, I take it. Many thanks. These talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald. So, by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. Now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Ambrick. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. The future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Hey, Maxima. Do you have a warding scale for me, too? Sure do. Here we go. Thank you for this, and for going such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. I have little to offer in return. I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabad, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand they are no substitute for proper protection. I'll leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan quarter. When you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. Hi, Graha. Since my revival, I've been expanding my dilapidated wardrobe. Rather fetching coat.
Yeah, I noticed with the big room full of crowd, I was having some fun frame rate moments, so I'm just quickly fucking with my graphic settings a bit while waiting.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Simple movement physics on party members would be a good idea.
Yeah. Take care of. Better see to it. My all on my lands. What could I need?
Right. Any recommendations for the shadows settings? Because I had it set to display on all. I just had to hide for party members, but should I set it to hide for anything else?
I do not know.
All right, I'll figure this out as I go.
Fair enough. Am I still being pinged?
Oh. When the Dawn Trail graphics update means I have to fuck with my graphics settings all over.
And cutscene. Boop. This is our last chance to make ready before we set
talking to Graha.
Go ahead.
I love how talking to Graha there, though, has him basically go, I haven't updated my wardrobe in a while. I remember there being a coat back over at, I think it was the Annex, he says, like, Graha, priorities, please.
Needn't worry about Ariante and I. Still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Stidian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor. Since he's spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Also, he's been living in Ishgard. I think he's managed to adapt in the 5 years since. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. Only it's time to find something to my liking. Huck! Is that the cry of scions in need of a tailor, I hear?
Ah, hell yes. By the way, I love how on that note, because I did talk to everybody before talking to Alphino, Yishel's like, my outfit's not really set for cold, it's for color aside.
But how? I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabad.
My clothing senses were tingling.
You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabad without telling me? Nothing escapes my notice. She has her own updated outfit. Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. Never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? I mean, fair point. I did have one other thing to share. Ergmis and Blomwida have finally returned from assignments at faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Why not? You can keep Prel company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. I've heard Ergmis and Blomwida did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world. If anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'd be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlian. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return. Which I will, every day. Let us not keep the contingent waiting any longer.
I gotta wonder, though, how much of her free time she just spends workshopping new outfit ideas.
It would not surprise me if it was a lot. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly.
Don't even need to question her because she gets the money for the materials, given her sense of money.
Yeah. Tataru gave us a coat.
I still love the official art of her playing Mahjong and getting the goddamn 13 orphans hand, because of course she did. For those who don't know Mahjong, which I assume is many people watching, 13 Orphans is almost the equivalent of a royal flush.
Let's see. Nah. Ooh, that's much better.
How does this look? Let's see.
Where's this? There they are. Boop.
So, where would it be in here? What was it called again?
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
The North Sea coat.
Trying on. Yeah, I'm not wearing that. Too big.
I have her boots on me. Shredded boots.
It's like the coat just looks a little too bulky for my character.
Ooh, that'll do nicely. Belts. Don't have. Okay.
I'm so glad the try-on button exists.
Yeah. Alright. Alrighty. Also.
Oh, what?
We are about to enter a bunch of solo duties.
Yo, boy!
Level 82.
I'm just about to finish.
Small and fashionable. Yes, exactly. Level 82, a frosty reception. Until the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Hello. Yeah, this is probably going to take up a good chunk of what's left of the stream.
I mean, given how big this event is, that makes sense. Alright.
It's an honor to finally meet you. With the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across mountains and into Garlemald. Many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal. If there's aught you might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Upon boarding the airship, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In addition, blah 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 checkpoints.
Yay.
Off we go.
And do quick save checkpoints, so that's good to know.
Yep.
Yep.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Checkpoint.
That's like, we will save your progress, but if you log out, you'll have to start over. Good luck.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Finally making our way to the heart of enemy territory.
Yep. First time I played through this, I was so fired up for this part. First time actually setting foot in Garlemald with the main
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius.
Yep.
Side thing.
The winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Fun place. Oh, indeed.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps.
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they are led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number.
And Madeline,
However,
you live in an icy region. Why are you being like this?
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus' death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How
I
so?
just thought of a better title.
Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Materiel?
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
I accidentally right-clicked. What'd you say on the I would prefer if the Scions did this?
I can't go back and check, unfortunately.
Alright. I saw something about staying with the rear guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said prefer to stay at the rear guard and get ready to join the van at a moment's
Your
notice.
proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys.
Yeah, basically,
in
she
as
called it the
spectacular
Trump
a fashion
card,
as
so to
possible.
speak, which makes all the sense in the world considering who we are.
Stoller always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right. Once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance,
it's a real shame that the Warrior of Light coat was kind of generic and big and not really a color I see my character wearing.
Automated units via the control terminal.
Because the other characters' coats look really good.
Correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. A blizzard will help us stay hidden.
I was standing there
so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Yes, I forgot this is the one we started off with. Here we go.
We're starting with the Thancred mission, aren't we? Are we?
Coming battle, we'll fight as Thancred. Yes, it's almost meme time.
I'm sorry, what?
We'll see in a minute. Assuming there's nothing else you wish to confirm, we may commence the mission as soon as you are ready. Go over the finer details of the plan.
Loading. God damn it.
The coming battle, you will fight as Thancred. You have two objectives. Place explosives on the Imperial Magitech, deactivate the frontline Magitech units via the control terminal. As guards detect and pursue you, enemy forces will become more aware of the threat you pose, as indicated by the threat awareness gauge. The gauge will gradually fill until you defeat all alerted enemies. If the gauge is completely filled, the guards will call for reinforcements and the mission will end in failure. I hated this one. This one's not too bad. Use swift deception to avoid detection as you go about completing your objectives.
Okay, see chat log. Can the rest load?
About mission exclusive actions, I could actually use a refresher. Success in this mission hinges on the following points.
It's a snowy field. It should not take this long to load.
A lot of particles. It took me 5 times. Swift deception renders Thancred invisible and increases his movement speed. Active enemy soldiers and Magitech will be unable to perceive Thancred's presence, even if they are within close proximity. However, it has no effect on the guard dog's acute sense of smell, and they will be able to detect Thancred regardless. Moreover, this action can only be used outside of combat. This will be unavailable when Thancred attempts to deactivate Magitech fields or execute certain other actions. Thancred's silent takedown will instantly render a soldier unconscious. It can only be used while swift deception is in effect. It cannot be used on Magitech or guard dogs. Utilizing silent takedown whenever possible is essential in clearing a path to your objectives. As guard dogs can detect Thancred even when swift. When Swift Deception is active, you can instead use a bewilderment bomb to distract them and sneak past unnoticed. Firstly, bewilderment bombs have no effect on magic tech or soldiers, so take care to choose the right tool for the situation.
I need to properly read through all this myself now that I... Okay, so there's the gauge. Okay.
TLDR, Metal Gear Thancred. Alright, let me know when you're ready to go. God, Thancred's gunblade is so fucking sick looking. I forget, is Thancred's new outfit in the Mog Station?
I'm not sure if it is or not.
Okay.
Stealth takedowns, distraction bombs, okay.
You guys are doing the Thancred part by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was just reading up on stuff myself just to make sure.
Yep.
Alright.
Good idea when you guys see the character.
Good to go?
Here we go.
Alright. Commence mission.
Keep
Are
you
you ready?
wits
Yes.
about you. It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Okay. So the magic tech to turn around.
Are you able to stealth take down the Magitex? I forget.
No, those need the bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Must be losing my touch.
Knock that guy out. Take care of
I was
these.
wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah, the bomb said those work on the dogs, but not
Yeah, just the dog.
Yeah, just the dog.
Read, motherfucker, read. We're good?
What's the button? Oh, it's just interact. Okay.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Guy walked over as I was setting it.
Okay. Come on.
It was pitching a shutout in terms of getting caught until near the end of the third, I think. Third was it? Where I had to throw a bomb and take out a dog and the damn slasher was nearby and got hit by it. Got out of it. I don't think I got
Does the
caught
threat
by
gauge
it.
go down at all?
No.
Unfortunately, it does not, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one. Of course, there's a magic tech near that guy. Alright.
Seven hells.
Get it the other way. Or not.
Yep.
Okay, Mr. Magic Tech Slasher, you get to die. Thank you. Oh, that's how I got seen. There were two of them.
Yep. There are, in
Yeah.
fact, two of them.
Definitely want your map to be zoomed out as much as possible for this.
Yeah, you need full situational awareness here.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move, run in. Phase 1 complete.
Oh, cool. They showed the dogs a sniff range. That's nice.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, definitely nice for the bombs. You can just lay down the target circle properly and just throw them enough of distance.
Oh, I see.
Don't bother with those guys.
Alright.
Leave the Magitech alone.
Yeah, Magitech ones are the rude ones for sure.
But this guy can go night-night.
Just the bombs in the Imperials, whichever way you properly take them out, just out of the floor and constantly stars above their heads.
Those are Chocobo, clearly.
Stars, Chocobos, whichever one is still moment.
Alright, well that one's moving away, so the explosive, and we are moving away before it turns around. Alright. Yeah, well, at least a slasher is slow to turn around, so I should be able to get this one real quick. Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is Thancred. The
He
explosion.
said the thing!
That hide and send
Very good.
word.
All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control tower.
Okay.
It should
How
be
do
to
I
the
do that?
northwest.
Like, do I need to go further in, or...?
Understood.
It's behind the
others
nearby
wait at the
crates and
rendezvous point.
containers.
Okay, I'll just... Are the Medtech distracted by a swift deception? I forget.
You
Yeah,
can't use swift deception to get by them. Just not the dogs and their senses.
Yep.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah, don't be afraid to use it for that to get behind them.
Oh, yeah, there's a hiding place.
This is Thancred.
Oh, yeah, time for this part. Mechanic, another instance of the mechanic introduced it. Follow behind and not get caught.
Yeah. The vicious Thancred bit, for whatever reason, became a meme. During launch.
Access control terminal, which I assume is past this next shield.
Yep. Okay. A lot of enemies in front of you.
Alright, wait for the Magitech to turn back around, and then we will fucking silent take down this guy. Go back behind the crate. Wait for it to make another cycle, because I am very cautious about this. It may be only at 28%, but I'm being cautious about this.
Damn, only 28?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I grew up with Sly Cooper.
I think I robbed the one time I got caught, I was done with that. I think it was around 11, but that was the only time I got busted in my attempt.
There's a dog over there.
Slasher there, I'm gonna throw the bomb on it and back up the dog. Oh well.
This is a rude little cycle here.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, that guy should be something
Fuck.
downable.
Spotted.
Goddamn slasher got in
no,
my way.
Now with this other magic, god damn it. Those two are practically synced up, which is rather rude.
Slashers.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, there was this Tempered Imperial and a Magitech tank that were almost in sync with their walk cycles.
Oh,
okay, there we go. Guys, taken down. Go back behind the crates.
Yep.
Okay. How does aiming of the bewilderment bomb... Do you need line of sight for that?
No. Just, like, place the circle where it needs to go and then hit the button. As long as it's orange, you can throw it.
Yeah, that's what was confusing me, because I went to go, like, I assume there's either a distance limit or side of the line thing, because, like, that, I remember earlier when I was, like, right near a guy who I was going to just bomb and then go to the interface when the Magitech while the Magitech was turned around, but it wouldn't let me throw the bomb from behind the boxes. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh no. Deception, we're off. Back to the hiding spot. Gotta wait for this one Magitech to make its cycle.
Just wait for the slasher to go on by, and it should be.
Ah, shit. What do you mean the Imperial wasn't taken out by the bomb? God damn it. The dog was.
Yeah, only the dogs can.
Oh.
That is what the other attack is for. Alright, control terminal. Magitech disabled. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Indigo. We passed the doggos. Yeah, I'm at 42, which is fun.
You are returned.
42.
And none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
Disabled the automatic animated Magitech. Let's go. Yay, that went pretty well. Funny thing is, while I did grow up playing Sly Cooper, the only Metal Gear game I've beaten is Rising.
What news from our comrades?
Not exactly the best representation of the series.
They stand at the ready.
You know, like I did try to do like a blind let's play of Twin Snakes via Dolphin. That had one recording session.
Understandable. Have a great day.
Because that kind of stealth game is one that is fun for my brain because of how cautious I can be.
A few moments later.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Fight time! I love that they've thrown the dungeon boss music for this.
Fighters! Protect the others!
Yeah, we're at the carrot. I'm at the carrot.
Yeah, I'm on a cutscene leading to it. The music started there. Yep, here we go.
Okay, thank God.
Alright.
Can I see if I can about that? Sure can. Awesome.
Time to red mage the fuck out of these guys.
Neat fun. I mean, it's no insatiable, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good song. It just also has to follow up Shadowbringers. Which is not a task I envy.
Nope. This, that. God damn it, Evangeline.
What did Evangeline do?
Just being a Evangeline.
Figures.
Here, buddy, have a shield. Gonna need it.
Still in sky armor.
Alright. Up.
A fine
Going on over here.
but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
Alka, buddy. Here, take a shield.
Oh, good for the character in front. Okay.
I've been itching for a good scrap.
Fucking course your name is the Lofty. God damn it.
So lofty. Come on. There we go. Oh boy. Oh, this thing. Yeah, no, you guys are gonna need a shield. Where's the big stuff? My big fucking Kamehameha. Oh, thank you, Graha.
Alright. Don't forget a melee combo on the sky armor.
I'm ready for more.
This Predator mech looks nice and ready for a Holly and a Scorch.
Get to the front and turn the tide.
Alright, next area.
Yeah, I'm on the helping Sickard phase.
Meanwhile, on the front line.
Alright. Get this Telecanus out of the way. And time to fight this other one.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Now they got that mech. Oh, never
Lasers
mind. It's the
go
only
through.
thing. Never mind. They, all right.
In time.
I killed the third to last enemy. We take those.
The trouble
We
is,
take those.
their tempering has made them utterly fearless.
Lasers do indeed go
Subduing
burn.
them would be easier if they had the capacity
Oh, hello.
to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
Fucking die. Yay, it did.
It did.
At one point, it was at 0.4% left.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them.
Here I come to save the day.
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Add a new expansion pack. They should add Chemist as healer support class.
There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
I think if they're gonna add something, they might add another tank next. For whatever 8.0 is.
We have them now. Forward.
Alright. Go shield. Go kick smash. That said, I would love to have Chemist as a healer class. Sounds like a...
Oh, actually getting a good look at it. God, I love the coat for Ishtola.
Right! Let them have it!
Ah, that would be... They're on. Gracia. Boop. AoE, motherfuckers! If someone wants to get these guys off, that'd be great.
As a raging bull!
Thank you, Pippin.
Ishtola is singing is quite the duo.
Oh, yeah. This is why I chose Sage, because it also DPSs.
That's her. Vigilia.
Eat Virginia.
Do not fall behind!
Saturday has joined the fight. See ya. Use the heal. Actually, everyone knows. Yeah, shield.
The fact that I'm still using the Ifrit Rapier is so fitting right now, because Fire Rapier in the snowy field.
Yeah, very fitting.
I just really like the way the Ifrit Rapier looks. It looks so cool.
Every day. Oh god.
How free was the damage?
It was end damage. There was also end stack following shortly afterwards. Everyone gets a shield.
Enemies start killing by AoE. There's a lot of enemies here. Jesus Christ!
Yep.
Is everyone alright?
Shoot those flames.
Holly!
I'm shooting as best I can. Oh god damn it.
That's a care. That's a care of a good trick of the enemy. Thanks to thesis, Pippin.
Ow. Okay.
Lord, die!
Yeah, it's funny, as I was casting my Verholly, Pippin did his Fierce's Raging Bolt thing. So that was great timing. Oh, this poor magic hack.
Gilia back to the center. Bitch die.
Alright, time to fight Vergilia.
Shield. Oh god. Oh god, get me out of here. Okay.
That's Tank Buster. Displacing so I'm away from that shit. Oh.
Shield.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm out of music.
That
oh, no,
all the orange. So much orange. Thank God I'm a caster.
Ow. I'm hurt.
Oh, that's a stack.
Okay. That. Shield.
Anti-stacks. Okay. Alright, she's at 68% for me.
Tremble before the sun!
Building up my meters, oh my fucking god, that's all the orange circles, what the fuck?
Yeah. Can I kill these? No, I can't.
He is at 56%, let's go.
There we go.
Oh god, more of this. Oh, whoa, oh sweet Christ, oh sweet Christ.
Duty complete.
Whew. Oh, hello, Max. I do not need you here.
Boop.
Melee combo to Max, just get them out of the way.
Rest, recover, reclaim yourself.
Alright, where is she? There she
We
is.
will fight again
Have a flare.
to the death.
Sadu Hatun.
That was the last
Oh,
of them.
one of these.
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What
I
of
can
the
do without
supply
these
caravan?
spinning around.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good.
Alright,
Let's
40%.
take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Get away from the tank buster.
Yes.
Alright.
Bing, 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 bing. Am I in love coming to Archipelago? I am.
Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he
Red's
gazed
doing
upon his
Kingdom Hearts
barren
2.
domain.
Yep.
I'm playing Hades.
800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes.
Wait, I'm sorry, chains? Oh, dang night. Okay, we're good.
Yes.
In that garden of desolation,
The chains are helping.
They clung to one another for warmth, freezing.
Like, you understand
hungry,
the initial panic, though.
Yes.
And Sadu is just having the time of her life.
Oh yeah, she gets to cut loose here pretty much. To go for now. Have a good one.
The
Bye,
chosen,
Randy.
Forsaken.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just you and all your friends beating the crap out of this one commander.
Yep.
In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young
I
legatus
can only imagine how long that would have taken me, though, if it
single-handedly
was still
sparked
an
the Magitech
expedition where I was
revolution.
Scholar. Because God, did the solo duties not like Scholar when I was playing that class.
How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum?
It's a good thing I went with Sage, because
Once a
Sage's kit is
common,
built around DPSing.
soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended
meanwhile,
through
Scholar
the
is
ranks?
healed and bio, which bio helps, but it only helps so much, especially when
Like
you get to
so
the ones that have
many
fucking
others,
DPS checks.
those who knew the truth are gone.
Yeah, imagine going based on what your
Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Okay, Sanu.
And here we are.
Oh.
I will be right back.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe that tower currently.
We can consider the question after we have made camp.
Also, I totally see if Daniel casting the aura as a cosmetic just for this spectacle
the
of it.
Imperials too.
Right. That's definitely not anything to do with them.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
And back.
Well, I like the design of the Garly Netherite.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
Finally in Garlemald.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm thinking once we turn in this quest, we should maybe stop for the day.
Yeah, I felt like it, just story-wise, this felt like a good stopping point.
Yeah. Still gotta turn it in, though.
Yeah.
Remember, do a tune first.
Mm-hmm.
Fracking hell. Yep, there they are.
All right. And a tune.
Well, for now. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Do you mind asking Ishtil and Graha to join us in that building on the northeast of the camp? Alice and I will meet you there. Hello. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head is cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air's thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. There's a monstrous tower over on the horizon. Jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments.
I guess when you're effectively able to see ether, that kind of tower would really fuck with your senses.
Probably. There's a lot of it. Hello. You'll be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. During the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye, although there's no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were Tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I'll make my way there. Hello. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin. Ha boop.
Our present situation is as follows.
Enabled, yes.
Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
We're stopping pretty soon here.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations.
Oh, that's a character name given to the
Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare.
Character with the name Savage Snow.
Savage Snow.
Would you like a hand?
You know, oddly enough, it's actually raining out here right now.
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern.
Again.
All the houses round here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
That third option, oh my god. Ice fields, I love ice fields. Oh, wait, no I don't.
Yeah, I picked the second one for that choice. The brave, extensive travels is a bit of an understatement.
I just hit the button on whatever one was first.
Yeah, so like me, you went for the good old, if there's survivors, we'll find them.
Yep. All right. It ought to be good. If it's this cold with the tower's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank it when next we meet. Makes me realize, too, that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly. Alright. And that is going to be all for today. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. I will be live again in roughly a couple or so hours for an archipelago, along with Red.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Next week, we venture further into Garlemald.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably one of the better written parts of this expansion, if I'm being honest. Alright. So long, everybody.